again. Well, listen up here. Shaquille O'Neal may have been one of the most dominant players in basketball history, but he's also surprisingly humble. Shaq shared a list on social media yesterday that listed him as the 4th best center in NBA history behind Kareem, Chamberlain, and Bill Russell. And O'Neal captioned the post simply, quote, "I agree." Shannon, do you agree with Shaq agreeing with the ranking?
I do, Skip. I have him fourth on my list. For me, the top two are no-brainers, Kareem and Wilt. That's for me, Skip. I think those are no-brainers for me. But I put Hakeem at 3, Shaq at 4. I put Russell at 5, Mr. Russell at 5, Skip. Hakeem won the league's MVP. He was a 2-time Finals MVP, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, and one of 4 men to have a quadruple-double in the game. He, David Robinson, Nate Thurman, and Alvin Robertson. But Skip, and Kareem is a 6-time MVP, 11-time All-Defensive Team. What people don't know about Kareem, the all-time leading scorer, was a very good defense. A lot of people, Skip, remember Kareem in the 80s, but Kareem he led the league in shot blocks 4 times. So for me, Skip, I agree with Shaq, but I will say this. Had Shaq had the mindset, says, you know what, I'm going to work my tail off every single year. Had Kobe's mindset or a LeBron mindset about off-season conditioning, there's no question in my mind, Shaq might have been the greatest player ever. He had that kind of ability. You'll never, ever see again in your life a man his size as quick. Shaq can run. I bet Shaq can run, Skip, in his prime. If you lined him up at 330 pounds, Shaq probably could run, I say, a 4.6, 40. He had, Skip.
I don't know if I could go 4.6, but below 5, which would be...
No, yeah, he'd be 4.6, 4.7, easy. He had that kind of ability. But I agree with Shaq. But if I could, and you'll understand this, Skip, I believe Shaq was more dominant than Hakeem, but I believe Hakeem was the better player. That's where I'm at.
Okay. You were actually heading in my direction. And in the end, Shaq, I got your back on this because Shaq is underestimating his own self here, putting him 4th. The problem with this is, are we talking about a small sample size or the whole career? Because to your point, if Shaq had taken care of himself the way Kareem did, or Hakeem did, or Mr. Russell did, or who's your other one on there? Oh, Wilt. I'm not sure Wilt took care of himself, but the point was he stayed slender his whole career.
Now, Wilt took care of a lot of other people.
He did. Okay. Maybe that was his...
maybe that's how he stayed in shape so good.
Okay, I got it. But he did stay fit. Shaq did not stay fit, and it got to be kind of hard to watch at the end. Phoenix and Boston. It was just like, Cleveland. What are you doing? Yeah, Cleveland. What are you doing? Anyway, in all my years of watching and studying the National Basketball Association, I have never seen anything like Shaquille O'Neal for 2000, 2001, 2002, maybe even 3. It was the most overpowering force imaginable. He was unguardable, unstoppable, unrefereeable because it was so hard to figure out, was that charger, block, charger, block? I don't know. It's just football.
Literally throwing people out the way.
Ragdolling. Tim Duncan and David Robinson. 2 towers of power for the San Antonio Spurs. In 2001, the Spurs got swept just because of that guy. And he had Kobe, but listen, it was that guy and what he was doing to those 2 guys. And I was there at courtside, especially for the 2 games at Staples. The Lakers beat the Spurs of Duncan and Robinson by 39 and 29. What? And it was all because Shaq just destroyed them. So if I'm eye-testing this, if I'm trying to imagine Shaq versus Kareem at their greatest, I don't think Kareem could have dealt with Shaq. Now, you could argue backwards to me that Shaq couldn't have dealt with Kareem, but Shaq did make 3 all-defensive teams in that stretch. So he was doing it on both ends, too. And he was 7 feet 1 inches tall and probably outweighed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar by
40, 50 pounds.
40 or 50 pounds.
Easy.
Kareem just could not have dealt with him because Shaquille O'Neal, to your point, was a dancing bear. You want to talk about agile at 330? You want to talk about touch and feel, and in that greatest year, his MVP year in 2000. Look at this. He led the league in scoring with 30. He led the league in rebounding with 14. He also chipped in with 4 assists a game, which was his career high. Well, that's just like too good.
Yeah.
Nobody could deal with that, and that was the only MVP one, but he also led the league by making 57% of his shots unguardable.
Right.
Okay, so if I take that Shaq, that was the greatest center I ever saw. And listen, I was courtside for a whole bunch of Kareem games and a whole bunch of Hakeem games. I watched Bill Russell a lot on television. I did not go to his games.
Right.
And Wilt, I barely saw.
Right.
And I just see the numbers, and they're ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, he got numbers, Skip. You might as well just take him out because no rookie is ever going to average 37 points a game. Nobody's ever going to score 50. Nobody's going to score 44. Average 25 rebounds. Average 23 rebounds for a career. That's never going to happen, Skip. Those records will never be broken. Never, ever, ever.
But who at 6 feet 9 inches tall kept outplaying 7 foot 1 inch Wilt Chamberlain, the Big Dipper? Who kept outplaying him?
I don't know if he outplayed him, Skip. I just think he had more help.
Outwitted him.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But Skip, you got to think about it. He had Sam Jones, Casey Jones, Time Heinsohn, Cousy, and Havlicek.
Don Nelson.
Skip.
No, I got that, but I'm just doing it in my mind's eye.
Okay, you took
I
a
think
sample
Shaq
size.
would have terrorized Wilt. I do.
You took a sample size, but if you take the body of work, you look at Kareem. Kareem was 11-time All-Defense. He was a 15-time All-NBA player, 19-time All-Star, a 6-time NBA champ, 6 MVPs.
Got it.
All-time leading scorer, the 3rd all-time leading rebounder.
Honor it. I love it all. Head-to-head, in their primes, he could not have dealt with Shaquille O'Neal.
Skip, ain't nobody dealing with that sky hook. We can talk about Jordan. We can talk about KD heavy pull-up. We can talk about Kobe's fadeaway. The most unstoppable shot that God has ever created a man to be able to do was the sky hook.
Shaq would have bothered him.
The sky hook.
And then Shaq would have terrorized him. He would have had such a hard time because the physicality of it would have taken Kareem slowly but surely out of the game. My money would have been on Shaq every day and every night against Kareem. I know Kareem's game. I got it. It was a finesse game.
Yes.
It was a pretty game.
Yes.
This was ugly basketball.
I mean,
but it
Kareem's
worked.
second year, Skip, he was 32 and 16. Now, look, this was the golden era of the big man. Kareem, Hakeem, Robinson, Shaq, Patrick Ewing, Rick Smith. It was the golden era. We'll never see another era like that of the big man. Now, Skip, it's the forwards, the guards of that nature. The big man is, because you got to shoot few and far between. You're going to get the Jokic's, you're going to get the Joel Embiid, the Anthony Davises. But the true fives, those are gone.
I got it. But you're going on duration. You're going on total career.
Yeah.
I'm just going on 3 years.
No, Skip. You can't do that.
Why not?
You can't do that.
But in your mind's eye, I think you already answered the question. I think you agree with me. Like one game for your life, I want Shaq at center.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. One game for your life, Shaq versus Kareem. Who you taking?
I'm going to take Kareem.
You are not.
I'm taking Kareem.
You would not.
Skip,
you were saying it.
Skip,
he
Skip,
ran 4.6 at 3:30.
Yes, but Skip, do you? That's the thing. People don't realize how great Kareem was.
Yeah, they do.
No, you
He's the
can't.
all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, but when we can start talking about Mount Rushmore, he always gets left off. Everybody talk about Jordan and Magic and Bird and LeBron, and I get all that. Skip,
he was subtle in his greatness.
Yes.
I give you that.
Yes.
It's subtle. It's like not sensational. There's nothing sensational.
It wasn't no, he didn't have no, celebration. He threw the sky hook, Skip, and he just run back up the court. He didn't have, Shaq was dunking on people, had the powerful dunk and shoving people. Jordan was holding the poles, Kobe fading away, Bird.
Yep. No, man, Kareem was effortless, almost to the point of it looked nonchalant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he throwing a hook shot from 15 feet away, and it's
I got it. And
he won it, Skip, he won at every level. He lost 1 game in high school, 2 games in college.
I got it.
And he got 6 MVPs. Do you think somebody will ever win 6 MVPs in the NBA?
I doubt it. And I still want the diesel.
Skip, if Shaq, just imagine if you could have got 10 years of the 3 years you're talking about, and you could have.
It's sad to me. No, seriously.
He'd have been the greatest because nobody could do anything with him. Larry Bird said he was before he came out. Larry Bird said he's probably the best player in the NBA right now.
Yep.
I mean, he would. You're never gonna see that kind of force again.